Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to use scenes in Tasker. For the sake of the demo, I will show it like how we can use it. So for any scene you need to trigger something in order to show it. So it can be either a task or any event, maybe from if you click on a watch and it will show it on your screen. So for my example, I have used a Tasker shortcut. So when I click on it, it will show it as a scene. So as you can see, this one is show recipe scene. So when I click on it, it will show a scene like this. So you can create scenes according to the resolutions you have. And then inside that you can add couple of buttons and everything. So I will not be covering all those things. So it will going to be a very basic task which I have used. So I'm using text, and when I click on it, it will trigger some API points, and you can do any number of tasks to it. And in order to close it, you can just either choose this one, or when you click on the back, it will going to close the scene. So let's just see how to create it and how we can reuse it. If you have any task, or if you have any input control on it, you can copy and paste it, and how to move it. So now to create a scene, you need to open a tasker. So for tasker, you need to go to the scene, and you need to click on the add, and we can add any scene we want. So for that, we can just use test one and click on the right icon. So this is the resolution you will get. So you can maximize it or minimize it according to your usage. So I will be using dialog base. So what it will do is, when I click on it, when it going to show, it will show as a dialog. So I will show you the properties of it. So for the sake of the demo, let's just create this much screen. And now you see a bunch of if you see in the top right corner, you will see three dots, and here you will see all the properties of it. So you have a grid size. So from the three dots, you will access grid size, properties. So for grid size, it shows 25. So it is basically the number of points you will get on the grid. So I will suggest you to go with minimum you can, maybe 0. So it will going to give you some smooth effects of dragging and dropping and resizing the stuff. So lesser the grid size, more area you will get. So you can take it as example for resolution. So 1920 have more screen usage as compared to 1024. So this is the maximum you can get. So I will be using 0 only. And if you want to at any point, if you see that it is not draggable anymore, so when you want to change the size of this canvas, so you can do it by using properties. So here you can define maybe 1700 this time, and click OK. So it will going to say that screen that are bigger than the usable screen space, not counting the navigation and status bar. I don't know what it is saying, so let's just OK. Maybe some expert people can do that. So because I was not doing any navigation and status bars on this example, so I'm not going to get deep into it. So it will increase the size. As you can see, it increases the height. So now in order to add anything, what we need to do is okay, size is clear. I think we need to create a back on it, and then when I click again, and it will going to show you this. If you see in the bottom middle section, you will see a add button. So this is the add button which will be used for adding the element. So when you click on it, it will show a bunch of stuffs like button, checkboxes, doodle, images, and all. You can pick anything according to your own usage. So for the sake of the example, I will be using just button. So when I click on the button, here you will see some naming conventions. So for name will be there, and for label, which will going to show it on your screen. So I can just again use the same thing, or you can choose a different name for it. So this is the button one try, which will going to show you. So button one try will going to show you on the screen, and when I click on back, it will gonna show me a button which is clickable, and it will going to show you on the screen. So as you can see, we can resize it, and when we click on in the middle, I'm able to drag it here and there. So when you click on it again, it will going to give you the property window again, and when you and then you can choose different tabs in order to configure it. So for tapping, so what we want to do is we want to do something. When I click on it, it will do something. So here you can see there are a bunch of tasks you can execute it. So you can like add anything. Maybe we can do alert, and we can also execute other tasks. So for now, I will just use toast or flash. So I will be using flash, and I can just say that button one is clicked, and now it is being configured. So what it should do is when I click on it, it should flash button one is clicked. So our screen is ready now. So all we need to do is we need to create a task to show it. So let's just create a task for it. I will just use show test one. Oh, where that goes? Maybe I need to do it again. Okay, I need to create it again. I think I have clicked it somewhere else. So show test one scene. So you can name it according to your own usage. So I will just click on right, and here I can choose task. So we need to filter it using a scene. So as you can see, it's saying that create a scene, destroy a scene, edit scene. So scenes can be created dynamically, but I didn't go into that much. So maybe if I get some use case, I will try to create that video as well. So for now, that's just a scene, and here you will see a show scene window. So when you click on it, it will going to ask for the name, what scene you need to show. So here it will going to list only the scenes. So this one is we have just created. So test one will be the screen, and we can just leave everything like as a default value, and we can just click on back, and it is showing that it is not possible to show an exit button with non-blocking overlay. Please deselect the show exit button parameter. Okay, fine. So maybe if we can use dialog here. So what it was saying that if you overlay something over it, so it might be not possible to show exit button. So that's what it was saying. So when I choose dialog, so it should be doable. And now we can test it. So when you click on the play button, it is showing button one try. So one thing you have noticed that there is very like here from here, it is showing border because we have not used any foreground for that. I mean background for that. So that is why it is not showing. So if you want to like show just the buttons only on there, then the default values will be fine for you. So when you click on it, so we have configured it for the single click. So when you click on it, it is showing button 1 is clicked. So this is how you can create scenes. And now you can see that close button is not there, so we can just click on back and it will going to go away. So let's just get back to the scene we have created. So in order to edit again, you need to go to the screen or scenes and click on the test one again. So now we are here. So let's just first try to change the background of it. So for changing the background, we need to go to the properties. And here we have background color. So for background color, it is showing that it has a alpha value for it. So let's just choose blue one first. Maybe yes. Okay, green is also fine. And when you choose alpha to almost 0, oh, maybe I'm somewhere else. I think that is the only way we can do it. It is showing as a black now. I always get confused with this. It is not changing anything. Let's just retry it. So in order to test it, we can just go and play this. Oh, it is still not showing anything. So guys, let's just try it again. So there is a scene test one. So we were struggling with the background thing. So when you click on the background and go to the properties and choose the background color, what you need to do is you need to go all the way to the alpha, and then here you need to choose some colors. So now you can see when you choose a color, it will show it here. So your background will be like that. So let's just go with the teal, my favorite color. Maybe not this one, yes, this one. And when you click on OK and go back, so as you can see, it will going to show a background as well. So now we have a background color. Now what else we need to do? We have other options like here you will have all the list of different things. If you don't want to click on this, you can just go from here and choose options. And also this is another thing which is used for move and resizing. So I have used only this one. So when you click on move, it will just select the button and you can just move it all around. And you can also do the same thing by clicking inside the button. So one thing which seems practical and many tutorials didn't work, didn't actually cover is the how you can copy something. So most of the time what happens is when you like create something and you need to copy it all around. So maybe if it is calling any API or anything, or maybe executing some similar task, so you need to copy at some point of time. So in order to copy it, what you need to do is you need to select this and hold it for a second, and it will going to show you all the details. So you can delete as well. So there is no other option you can see for like deleting. So you can delete here. So for now I want to copy it, so you can click on copy. And now this is the interesting part. So in order to paste it, common sense says that you can click anywhere and then you will see a paste button. So that is there. And also you can do it is by clicking on this plus sign. So when you click on this plus sign, it will also going to show paste here. So let's just paste it, and it will going to copy the previous selected button and it will append one to it. So you can now choose other names like maybe button 2 try, button 2 try, okay, and it will be button 2. And now for the tab, as you can see, it's already showing this flash which is copied through it, through the previous button. So you can just click on button 2 now. So we can just select different text in it, and now we have tab with a different message now, and now we have 2, so we can just move it around and make it kind of like in a sorted manner. And yes, that's, I think, all we can do is, and there is other options inside it which might be useful, is the label size. So when you slim it down, like for 13, it will change the font size, so you can have more space for dragging around this thing. So I can just use this, and now I have more space now. Okay, so we have space now. Now if you go to the AZ part, now you can see there are 2 things. So when I click on it, it will be there, and now it has been selected. And now like, let's just click on this one, and when I click on move, so it will be selected like this. So that's how you can make different things for it. And let's just go back and test this whether it is working or not. So I will just do a back. It should automatically be selected. Okay, I have saved this. Now just go to the task, and we can also execute task by selecting this. So I will just use play, and you can see now that there are 2 buttons here, and when you click on one, it will going to click, it will do. So if you have seen, like if you have noticed that if you provide less width to it, according to text only, so when you click on it, it will going to hide the next line. As you can see in button 2, try, I was I have written that, but it is not showing. So it is always I think mandatory for you to have some padding above and bottom, so that it won't going to show you like this. So I think I have covered all those things, and there is one more thing I want to show you. It might be helpful for you, because there are 2 buttons, and there will be a thing where you need to execute single task according to the different values. So for that, what you need to do is, let me just click on back first, and I will just create a one task which says that test 1 scene intercept. So what it will do is, it will intercept. So whenever I click on the scene, it will always execute this one. So I will be like using the same task to execute from the scenes. So test 1, maybe we should use test 1 now. So here I can just use flash, and inside the text, what we will do is, we can use pair 1, which is a parameter for the task. So what we will do is, when we click on the scene button, it will pass a parameter, and that parameter will get here and set text to it, and it will going to show you. So you don't have to use flash there every single time. So main benefit of doing that is that in some future, if you want to replace this flash with a notification, or maybe sending somewhere, you can just replace it on a single place, and the scene will just going to be the same, as they are just passing the parameters to it. So we have test 1 scene intercept. So do mind that, and let's just go to the scene again, and go to the test 1 scene, and here click on that button 1 try now, and click on the tab, and here I will use perform task, which will going to execute our task for us. And here we can use it as click on the lens button, and filter with intercept. So test one scene intercept we have, and in the parameter, right, you can see pair 1, pair 2. So it supports 2 parameter, I think. So we can just pass btn1 maybe. And we need to delete this one in order to avoid the confusion. So what it will do is when we click on the tab, it will come here and pass the parameter button 1 to this particular task. So we can do it the same for button 2 try, and this time let's just do perform task and click on the lens and filter it with intercept. And for para 1 we can use this button 2, right? And for the sake of the clarity, I will just delete this one and click on the back. So we have button 1, button 2. The only difference is that flash mechanism or flash action will be called from a single task, and we are just passing parameters from all these two. So let's just see whether it will work or not. I will just use back, click on the task task tab again, and let's just click on the show test one scene and click play. So it will show our scene with 2 buttons on it, and when I click on the button 1 try, it is showing button 1, and when I click on the button 2 try, it is showing button 2. So as you can see how easy it is to like create a scene and use a single task to perform different functions by passing the parameters to it. So I hope you get some idea about the scenes and how to like reuse the single task by passing the parameters. So if you have any question and comments regarding these, please comment below. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. And thank you for watching this video, and meet you in the next video. Bye. Take care.